So today's training, I'm going to share with you Aligned to Design. I'm going to go through some key concepts around anatomy of a dream and kicking toxic habits and your secret power. And these are going to be elements that will help you to dedicate your focus moving forward. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Rachel. Lovely to see you all. As you come on in, say hi. I'll kick off with the actual content training soon. It's going to be fast and furious. It will be content rich. I promise to deliver some amazing value for you. And for those of you that really want to utilize it, I'm excited to see what you're going to do with this information and applying it. And then towards the end of this as well, I'll be having an opportunity, a last minute opportunity for those of you that still wish to join us in the Awakened Soul program for a deeper dive, a deeper acceleration through this process. Some of you may not be ready for that yet. That's okay. But some of you want that next step. So I promise not to leave you hanging. You'll get that opportunity with us. Hi, Lorianne. Hey, Philip, Jeffrey, Lester. Now, I know that's Janice, is it? Janice? Janice. Is that, have I pronounced that right? Correctly? Also, we got Canada, we got Australia, we've got all over Australia popping on here. Do me a favor, smash that love button, please. Really smack it, that love button. Give it some love, write some comments, because the more that you do that, it engages the algorithm and other people get to see it. I know that because I tell so much truth, I get a little shadow banned on Facebook, even inside the group. It's very, very clear. I can see that. So please assist in the energy and elevating this so that everybody gets an access to it. Janice. Okay, thanks, Christy. I appreciate that. Hey, Cynthia. Awesome. Fantastic. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to open it up and say hi. Really excited to connect with you all. Actually, you know, Cynthia, are you available to come into the Zoom room? Just give me a quick yes or no. I know it's probably a bit of a stretch. I never gave you any warning on this. I know you often have the kids and you're in awkward positions, but if you can come into the Zoom room just quickly, I'd love to have you just do a spontaneous share. It just feels right. If you're available to do that, I can share with the room meeting link with you. My Siri, does everyone else's Siri go off really, really sensitively lately? Mine keeps going off. All right, Cynthia, I'm going to PM you the link to join me in the Zoom room. You don't even know what it's for, do you? You're like, what? If you can come on in, that would be great. I just really feel that this would be a really great launch for what I'm going to share with today. So those of you coming on, say hi. Where are you from in the world? Just put a flag or actually say the country so we don't have to guess. Some of the flags are pretty obvious, some of them not so much. Lorianne, your Siri's been going off too as well, really sensitive and activated. Mine's just weird. Not now with my son. Okay, Cynthia can't right now. That's okay. No, not an issue. I'm going to share some great training. I'm going to dive straight into it. And as I said, I just want to let you know that there's a heads up. Inside this group, I want to welcome so many of you. We've got hundreds of new people. Yay! And we have so much amazing content here. The purpose of this community is to give you the space, the safety, the resources to open up your mind and critically assess what's really going on in the world so that you become the sovereign self of your own life, that you think for yourself, that you're not plugged into the matrix of the programming of the 3D reality anymore. Now, that's a little challenging, right? Would you agree that even if you are considering yourself fairly awake, that there's a lot of times when you just feel like, man, you're stuck in these loops of negative thinking, or you get tripped up with fear. Sometimes it's very difficult just to keep your attention on discovering what it is that you want to create in your life. What does peace, prosperity, abundance, love, joy, wealth creation, beautiful relationships that are loving with self and others? What does perfect health, what does that look, sound, and feel like for you? Do you ever struggle with connecting with any of that as well? Like you get really, really clear about what you don't want and what you don't like, and it's really easy to feel activated in the fear. But maybe it's a bit of a struggle to feel really in alignment with peace and joy and prosperity and abundance and the ability to receive all of that. Give me some responses if some of you feel like, yeah, that sounds like me. I can easily feel fear, and it's not as easy all the time to feel in a vibration of love or vibration of truth. You can tap into it, but it's a little challenging sometimes to stay in alignment with that one. Just give us some responses on that so that I know that we're all on the same page, because I will cater today's training for what it is, where your majority, the majority of you are at. We got lots of people coming on in, lots of people commenting on the group too at the moment. There's so much great content that's dropped in there today. I want to thank so many of you for that. While you're responding to that question, Bernie, hi Bernie. Yes, it can be a challenge at times. Yes, and you're also one of my clients who've been training with me for a long time, and I love the truth and the honesty with it. Like, it can still be a challenge, but you've now got the tools. And if you're open to popping on into the room with me a little bit later on, let me know, and I'll give you the link, and you can join me in here as well a little bit, because that conversation facilitates some of the content to be dropped. Rachel says yes. Awesome. Bernie, just give me a yes if you can. Yes, I can come in. If you can come into the room, or send me a private message and I'll send you the link. So, you know, this is why I wanted to share this with you, and about the Align to Design. I'm going to share some juicy content with you that you can go ahead and apply straight away. Some of you are going to want to join us in the Next Level program. If you're brand new to the community, I'm Katie Joy. I'm the Global Butterfly. I'm all about transforming your lives from the inside out with love, and that's for every aspect of your life. And it's about really getting you tuned into the vibration of unconditional love, joy, and gratitude and enlightenment. And really getting you connected to your personal power, empowering you at a spiritual level, which has been the greatest con job on humanity ever, to disconnect you from it. Bernie, yes. Okay, great. Fabulous. Hi, Sue. Been a while. Lovely. Lovely to see you. Great to join you. Have you join us on this training. Bernie, I'll give you that link a little soon, okay? For some of you, you're already enrolled for the Next Level program, which is going to take this content and go way deep, right? And an accelerated journey. It's not like buckle up in a seatbelt. It's put your harness on, because we're going to rocket ship through. It's amazing. It's going to be an incredible experience in a community. We've already got 27 people registered for it. And it's the Awakened Soul program. It's a 6-week spiritual boot camp. It's a fitness training, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's really getting you into that manifesting mode, so that you're in a place where you are aligned to design your life moving forward, to leave all of that energetic junk and debris behind, but not without being attended to. It's like, it's leaving all the old stories, leaving all the old toxic habits, leaving all the old programming behind, unplugging from it so that you're free to fly. And so this is a really important context to share with you, because some of you are going to love this content. And I know many of you are already enrolled for the next program. Hey, Wayne, you're in the program with us as well. Congratulations. And all of those of you who are already enrolled, get excited, because today you start getting quite a few messages and drip fed some information ready to open the doors on Monday in Australia, New Zealand. It's Sunday night for those in the Northern Hemisphere in the UK and USA. So I'm really excited. We've been preparing for it. It's just such a fun experience. It's intense. And it's fun, and it's exciting, and it's going to be the best thing you've probably done in a very long time. So really excited for those of you who are already connected, and those of you that want to hear more about it, I'll share a little bit more, and there's a link above that you can connect with and register for us today in the last minute to join us. I've decided to keep the early bird special offer at $369. It's normally $997 to join us. I've decided to keep it at that low rate, or there's a payment plan, so that more of you can join us, because I really feel in my heart and my soul that this is my contribution to society, to help you through all this mess that's going on and the chaos, and to help you realize there's a law of balance, that there is also an amazing opportunity on the other side of this. There's light at the end of the tunnel, dark to light, and you're about to experience that. And if you want to have an accelerated experience, hi Sue, and you've joined us as well in the program. We've got Sue, Bernie, Wayne, Christy. I can't see who else is on the call right now. Janice, Philip. You're all already registered for the program. Excited. But for those of you that want to join in that deeper program, you won't miss out. You've got that opportunity to join us as well, but you've only got a couple of days left to jump on in. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. Doors close. And I have not run a live program for 2 years, so I don't know when the next one's going to be. So don't miss this one. I promise you will kick yourself stupidly if you miss it, because you're going to hear all the raving reviews within the first week of the people who have joined us, because it is an incredible, incredible, incredible experience. So super excited. So let's jump on in. I want to invite you to play with me today. Are you willing to play? This is interactive. Are you willing to play? Yeah? Give me some yes, heck yes, yes, yes. Let me know that you're willing to play, because I really want you to embody this, not just thinking the information, okay? One of the worst programs, let me give you this hot tip. One of the worst programs in the 3D matrix is I know that. It's the I know that. Oh yeah, I've heard this before. I know that. So you switch off. And the thing is, if you are not yet getting the results in your life, you're in the program and you're not applying the knowledge. A hard fact. Hey Diana, awesome, excellent. Rachel, Sue, excellent, excellent, and thank you. Awesome, Bernie, yes. Yes, Janice, excellent. And Philip, we got a couple of the guys already. We got 3 or 4 guys joining us in the next program. I'm so pumped. You are the first of the men to go through this program, which is going to be amazing, and really a great contribution to this community, because we're integrating the energy of the masculine and the feminine, so that we all do that. We all need to do that, so that we've got a whole brain, whole heart, whole balance experience in life. Cynthia says, yes, yes. Awesome. So play with me. Let's play with me here. And I'm going to set you up for this to understand something. I want to invite you first step. I've got 3 key steps. I'm going to give you a ton more content. Is that okay? I've promised you anatomy of a dream, kicking toxic habits, and your secret power. But is it okay if I over deliver, as I always do? And this is the free stuff. So imagine what you get when you pay to join the programs. Right? Sue says, woohoo, awesome, excellent. All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to invite you to consider some aspects of anatomy of a dream. Let me ask you this. Have you really longed for something to happen in your life, to experience something, to have something, and you really struggled to connecting with the positive outcome of it happening? In fact, what you wanted, which, okay, let me put it over here. Let's say this is what you desire to have, right, over here, whether it's the business, the booming business that you want to have, or the intimate, loving relationship that you want to have with someone, or the wonderful health and maybe the physique that you want to create for yourself, or maybe it is the sense of peace and certainty within the world that you want, right? I'm using some, and those of you who've worked with me for a while, I'm using my language very, very specifically, intentionally, so don't pick me up on what I'm saying, because I'm meeting people where they're at. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so this is where most people set their intention, but don't hold their attention there. They end up holding their attention in the lack of what they choose to desire. Have you ever noticed that when you set up an intention for something that you're choosing to manifest, to bring into reality, your dream, that what comes up is a whole bunch of resistance? Oh my God, I don't deserve that. Oh my God, I'm not good at that. Oh my God, what if it doesn't happen? Oh my gosh, you know, what if I try and I fail? Oh my God. And so all of that attention is not on the intention of the positive outcome. It's actually on the lack and the scarcity of it. Has anyone ever had that experience? I should have got myself a couple of glasses of water, because I'm firing off. I'm pausing because I'm looking for some responses on here. Okay, so definitely yes, for sure. Yes, yes. Okay, awesome. Excellent. Thanks for playing. Yep. Excellent. Okay, so that right there is the problem. That's being hooked up into the matrix. I want to explain a little bit more and share in the demonstration. So are you ready to play with me? Are you ready to play with me? Now, if you're going to play this game, if you are watching me live while you're driving a car or operating any machinery, please do not participate in this just yet, right? Because you need to be paying attention to what you're doing there. But hopefully you're not doing any of that, and hopefully you are in a place where you can fully participate. So just use some common sense with this, okay? I'm just saying that because I know that our brains are programmed to take instruction, and sometimes people won't necessarily, even if you're smart and you're awake, you can still take instruction unconsciously. And I just wanted to be really clear that you are in your full power as you do this, okay? And get used to this, because I'm as blunt as, if anyone ever tries to give away their power to me in the programs, I slap it straight back. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. So is it okay if I empower you to stand in your power? You should get a yes, yes for that, right? Otherwise you're in the wrong group. But isn't it exciting? I don't want your power. I do not want your power. And if I see you give your power away to anyone, including me, I'm going to call you out on it, because it's your job to hold your power. And the world's a much better place when you're in it. Much better place. When you're happy, the world's happy. Excellent. All right, so let's play a little game here, because I want to demonstrate how the brain works and how your brain has been hijacked a gazillion times over and how you can stop it. Okay, so we have a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. By the way, let me just give a little context to this, because some of you are brand new to who I am and what I do, and you're like, well, Katie, why are you teaching this? A bit of background: I'm a personal trainer, paramedic, critical care paramedicine, studied in psychology and chiropractic as well, but I've also studied in dozens and dozens of healing modalities, and I'm a fully awakened healer. That I don't heal you, I facilitate the healing that you do for yourself. Is that cool? Everyone get that? Excellent. So that's just a little bit of a background for those of you who are like, yeah, trying to connect the dots. So when it comes to the brain, there's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system. There's so much knowledge connected to what I want to share with you today, but I just want to keep this simple so you can understand something. With the reticular activating system, it will lock its attention onto what you are putting your attention onto, but it is rooted. It will only put its attention onto it if it's already connected with, hooked into the beliefs that are in your subconscious. So if you might consciously say, yeah, I want that, but it's your subconscious beliefs that are going to hook to what you actually see in the world to bring in and be validated as evidence. Is what I'm saying making sense? I'm going to demonstrate it with you in a moment as well. I'm going to do a basic demonstration. Yes, yes, yes. Cynthia says the power is within. It certainly is. It certainly is. Excellent. Awesome. So here we go. Let's play this game. All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to right now listen to me, but look around the room wherever you are at right now, whether you're inside, outside, in the car, wherever you're at, not if you're driving, but wherever you're at, I want you to look around the room, look around the room, look around the room. And I want you to notice everything that is red, everything that is red, everything that is red. I want you to keep in mind everything that is red. Look for everything that is red in the room for you. What is red? Notice everything that is red. Now bring your attention back here. And I want you to mentally identify everything that was green, not red. Ah, did some of you get caught out? What I wanted to demonstrate with you on that one is that have a quick look around the room and the space now, because you might, ooh, green, I don't know, I didn't pay attention, right? But now have a look around and look at everything that's green and see that it is there too. Awesome. Sue says, my home is full of red things, my red congas. Yeah. And if you followed my instruction, the point was not to actually mention anything that's red, but what was green. Plants. Yep. Awesome. And this is really important about looking at deeper. I mean, I picked a pretty easy one. Normally I would say something like brown or purple or whatever, but You want to be able to look at, like, okay, what else was green? Was it a postcard that had green on it? Was there a paper that had a green picture or title? Was there a green push pin that was available? Was there a green floral paint on a plate? Was there, you know, what else is green? And so my point with this one is being aware of how, when we have our perception hijacked of where we're meant to be looking, over here, great deception of life, like the media, look over here, look over here, look over here. And it means that you're missing what's actually happening right in front of you, but it's over here, but it's still right in front of you. But because you've been directed with your attention, look over here, look over here, look over here, they can dance around in front of you with exactly what they're doing to hijack your perception and control your energy. Is that a powerful exercise and revelation for many of you, especially related to what's being put into the group here? I know that there's a couple of minutes of timeline between me and between you, so I really appreciate it too when you're hitting that love button and you're commenting and you're responding with me, because it gives energy back into the experience. Plus, you're actively engaging your body, connecting. Rachel says thanks. Christy said yes. Janice says yes. Excellent. So this is really important to understand, because when you really start to learn and understand the brain and how it's been absolutely hijacked over the years. And Cynthia, yes, it is awesome. Thanks. Yes. Wayne says yes. Awesome. It's really, you learn to how to harness and master your energy again, so that you're not controlled and disempowered unconsciously. The thing is as well, and there's a lot of evidence to demonstrate this, and there's some great content in this group that you can go and explore for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. But the technologies that have been so deceptively, we've paid for our own enslavement, right? Which we paid for our own surveillance devices, okay? We paid for them. How clever of a marketing ploy was that, right? Through the frequencies in these devices, if you are unconscious to what is going on, but the frequencies in the devices, let alone the information, is designed to rewire your brain, to map with nanotechnology, rewire your brain and host and literally take over your perception. You think you're in control, but are you really? And it's a really, really good information to go on a bit of a discovery around that and have a look, because all of that is coming to light. It's information that is available. It's not, the reason why it's so detrimental is because it's invisible, right? It's not necessarily visible to most people. And here's the reason why. It's because the greatest hack of all has been on our spiritual awareness, to keep us disconnected from our perception of our third eye, and therefore not controlling our brain and access to source, disconnected from our heart to keep it closed and in judgment, fear, anger, resentment, all these toxic energies. So I'm going to dip into the 3 different layers here, in and out, if that's okay, so that you can weave them together and get some comprehension, put the dots together. But the hack has been on our perception, to close the pineal gland, to close the information that you have, to keep you disconnected from a whole brain state, have you locked in the left brain, locked in the right brain, have you play out these certain roles that men should be this and women should be that, and all the 3D reality, right? Well, that's the game, and the duality, to divide, split, divide, they conquer, right? When you aren't connected in a whole brain state and in a whole heart state, you're then not connected to your sovereignty, your soul self. But when you are in a whole brain state, when you are open-hearted, when you are connected with your whole self, everything energetically that is previously invisible to just the human concept becomes completely visible to your spiritual self. Is that powerful? Now, we all have had moments where we get that, we understand that, but the ability to be able to really tune into creating and manifesting your ideal life is living in alignment with that state of being. The whole great hack and deception against humanity and attack against humanity has been keeping people out of that alignment. Sue says, very powerful. Carolyn, hi, Carolyn, you're joining us as well in the next program. That's so exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Fantastic. So I really wanted to connect you with that as well. Let me give you, would you like another fun demonstration of how the brain works and how real things can be, even when they're not real? Would you like another one? Give me a yes down below. Yes, please. More. Let's play. I like to play a lot. By the way, when you play, you get to create. If you're stuck up in all seriousness, you're going to be locked out of the creation mode. What do you think creation is? Recreate. What do you think recreation is? Recreating. Yeah? Excellent. Bring it on. Why not? Yes, yes. Awesome. You know, we get to have a lot of fun when we play. And when we play, we get to be more, it's so easy to get back into alignment. So my whole, the joy of my being on this planet is to help you remember how powerful you are. And so I want to share this one with you. Let's go ahead and do this one. So this one's going to require you to close your eyes. So if you're holding your iPhone, you might need to just put it down, or hopefully you can still hear me. Maybe look into connecting with a headset. Cynthia says, the more you play, the more you get out of it. She's a great student, Cynthia. Yes, that's so true. Thank you so much. The more you play, the more you get out of it, because you're invested, you're engaged. It's not about thinking in the head, it's about getting it into the energy field. So let's play with this one. I want you to close your eyes and hold two arms out in front of you. And in your left hand, this is going to be my right hand, but in your left hand, I want you to imagine that you're holding a bucket full of wet sand. And it's really heavy. It's really saturated with water. It's a full bucket of wet sand, and just it's becoming heavier and heavier on your left arm. Really heavy. Like, I mean, you can feel it aching in your shoulder because you're trying so hard. The harder you try to hold that up, the more your arm is actually moving like down, 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 because it's just too heavy to hold up now. It's so heavy. Now, in your right arm, around your wrist is a ribbon that's tied to the biggest helium balloon. And it's so light, it's actually lifting your right arm up. It's so light, it's lifting your right arm up. And in your left arm, that heavy bucket, oh, it's just becoming a weight. In fact, your whole body is probably leaning a little bit to that left. And your right arm is lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. Now, without moving your arms, just open your eyes and look at your arms. Who played with me? Who found a massive difference between the two arms, or even a slight difference? What about your body posture? Good morning, Tanya. Did you get to play with us in time with that one? Bernie says, crazy. I know, right? Okay, well, that's the brain for you. This is the reality. I'm demonstrating how. Christy says, oh my God, yes, Hunter played too, and his bucket rolled him. Cynthia and Janice, oh my God, yes, me. Sue says, yes, I'm flying crookedly. Rachel says, my table got in the way. That's the brain. Now, just that simple instruction that I'm sharing with you right now, and you are following that instruction at a subconscious level, not just conscious, subconsciously, then what do you think that the world of media and the those that know how to use the brain have been absolutely using and abusing against not just you, but all of humanity? Cynthia says you can even feel there was heaviness on the left. Yeah, of course you can. It's awesome. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. So this is why the training that I do on the deeper training as well, it's so important that you really grasp this, and you get to learn the skills to really reclaim your energy, harness and master your energy, so that you can recognize the psychopathic distraction ploy and never ever 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 give your power away again. Who would love more of that? The power to be able to be really fully in your power, not just because you say, I reclaim my power, but really have the skill set, the tools, the mastery around that, which is really going to help you. Denise says, programming. Yep. And that's the whole point. You want to get unplugged from the programming. Tanya says, yes, I felt heavier on the left until Missy jumped on me. Is Missy the cat? Awesome. Fantastic. So was that fun? Was that fun to have some demonstrations with that, to really connect you with what that is really about, with, you know, how the brain works, and you know, it just helps you to really engage it, be really embodying it. So with the anatomy of the dream, baby, Tanya says it's the baby. Awesome. So with the anatomy of a dream, you want to focus you want to know what your intention is. You've got to be really clear with that. And then you've got to lock your attention and your third eye on your intention. But how do you do that? Tanya says it's a toddler, actually. That's cool. I get it. I have a nearly 4-year-old myself. Bernie, it's always a good reminder of where we have our attention, for sure. Yeah. Excellent. So here's the thing. What is in the way of your intention and your attention, right? So where you want this, remember at the beginning of the call, I said, you know, here's your dream, here's what you want to create, but then all this resistance normally comes up and it drags you to look at the opposite. You get pulled into the program of the fear, the lower energies on the emotional scale, right? So fear, shame, guilt, doubt, worry, anxiety, resentment, jealousy, envy, you know, regret, all of these yucky, dense, nuclear, toxic waste bin of emotions, right? Designed to have you feed the system. You give away your power every time you even dip into that. But the thing that's in the way of having that intention and your attention on that is the programming. And it's all of these toxic habits in between. The addiction to be right in the matrix. That's the right, wrong, good, bad. It's all the dualities. Anything that's in the dualities, you've got to remember that that's in the program. And it's it's like a record as well. Like you'll have these thought loops that go over and over and over in your head. And for example, one of the toxic habits is believing that you are your thoughts. Some of you are going, what? You're not your thoughts. You are simply a channel, a receptor site. You receive information from the field. Some of the thoughts that you think are your thoughts because you're on the same channel, you've got your frequency tuned in to the same dense thoughts that are over and over and over and over and over and over looping. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you're driving along in the car and you've got the radio on and you've got multiple channels on the radio, and you hear a song come on into the radio and you don't like that song, but then you don't change the channel, or you don't even turn it off. You just put up with not liking the song because you think that that's the only channel. And that's how a lot of people operate with their thinking. They think, oh, well, I'm thinking this, therefore it's true. And well, no, it's just because you've got your energy tuned into that frequency. What would happen if you raised your frequency? Do you think you would no longer hear that noise and static anymore, that you might tune into something else? And ideally, something of a higher vibration, not lower. Is that powerful? Cynthia says, for the longest time until I got my power back. Yay. So familiar with those looking for mum's approval. Yep, those are all the programs. Looking for enoughness, and you're believing in scarcity, feeling like if you have something, others are not going to have anything, feeling guilt, feeling like you've got to do things to please people, feeling like you've got to do things to be able to fit in and be enough and prove who you are, and believing that your value is equal to your net worth materialistically, that is your actual worth. All of that is the programming and so much more. So kicking the toxic habits is really important. Sue says, definitely understand that about changing the channel. Yeah, awesome. And there are so many toxic habits. But rather than focusing on all those toxic habits, would it be more powerful learning how to just cut through them and exit the program, the matrix? Because you see, the challenge is a lot of people say, how do I stop doing this? How do I stop doing that? How do I get rid of this? How do I, stop feeling lousy anymore? How do I, feel like I don't have to prove myself anymore? Listen to that language, right? All that language keeps you stuck in the matrix. But that's the language that so many people come to me with asking for help. And the reality is, if you just use the power, your secret power of language, of vibration, because every single word carries a vibration. And all your words, the words you use, the language you use, determines your focus. So let me demonstrate another one. Would you like another demonstration? Would you like another demonstration? I love playing games. I like fun. Yes, yes. Awesome. Yes. Oh, we're all in a great group then, because, I live up to my name, full of joy. I like to have fun. So here's the demonstration. I want you to pay attention, lean in. Are you ready to play? Okay. Don't think of a pink elephant in a blue tutu. How many of you just visually saw a pink elephant in a tutu? Even though I said don't think of a pink elephant in a blue tutu. Bernie's laughing. A bunch of you are laughing, right? Yeah. I gotcha. But see, most of you are trying to create a new reality by focusing on what you don't want. You're thinking about the pink elephant in a blue tutu, when really what you want to create, you want to focus on the language that you are using to create, and you focus on the fruition of that already being. A lot of you are laughing, having fun with it. Good. Excellent. So demonstration helped, right? Really good. Awesome. Now I recognize I've already been going live for 41 minutes already, massively. Has this been massive value for you so far, and fun? I don't know what the thumbs down was for, Janice / Philip, Jeffrey, Lester, but I'm assuming it was connected to whatever it is I asked there. Rachel says, I saw it with your blue butterfly. You saw a pink elephant with a blue tutu and blue butterfly wings. That's hilarious. Awesome. Again, everything is all part of suggestion and seeded, right? Your visual, your auditory, your kinesthetic, your taste. Sue says massive value. Awesome. Well, let me invite you to understand, and many of you are on this call already. You're already excited. You are in for a treat, because there is so much of this and more coming for full 6 weeks in our manifesting bootcamp, the spiritual awakening, really connecting the dots, helping you to understand what it is that has been keeping you stuck, so that you can also get the tools and the skills for harnessing and mastering your energy to be able to move forward. And some of you may have done programs with me before in the past, but I promise you, if your soul is calling you to take that leap to join us in this next live training, in the Awakened Soul program, just do it, just leap, because you already know, having done programs with me before, they're amazing value. And when they're live, it's just next level stuff. Plus, the Awakened Soul program is the next level from the Awakened Woman program. Like, I used to only have it for women, but the content is relevant to everybody. I just started with a smaller circle when I initially went through a lot of my energetic healing and healing a lot of the women. But this is humanity. This is humanity. And it's next level in the training. It's going to be a heap of fun. I'm really excited. There's super accelerated, and it's going to be not just focused on clearing the energy blocks, it's going to be focused on the DNA light activation for your soul body, so that you can really just easily step more into it and release all of those attachments to the 3D matrix a lot more quickly with more ease. Now, I want to invite you to all understand, please, we're moving into a realm where there is amazing abundance coming for all, not in the not too distant future. There's also, as part of that, there is a shaking out of the old. And it's during the shaking out of the old, if you don't have the skill set yet, energetically, to harness and master your energy, as you're shaking out the old stuff, it's going to feel pretty rotten and miserable and a bit very challenging. And you can't avoid it. I'm sorry, not sorry, but you can't avoid that. What I'm offering in the Awakened Soul program is to help provide a support network to help you with the skills and the tools as it's going through that shaking, so you can release it really quickly without prolongated fear and attachment to the old stuff and fear of leaping into the new. You're going to need to be comfortable being uncomfortable stepping into the new future, because there is an element of energy required to trust that you have to go into a space of complete uncertainty to receive a new level of an upgrade. The better the devil you know is not going to work for you anymore. By hanging on to security, to things that you think, well, at least I know this. Well, it's not, it's got zero value for you anymore. And it's going to be at great cost if you hang on to those energies because you're afraid of moving into the unknown. So the skill sets I'm going to be teaching you is helping you to literally float in the unknown with a high level of certainty that you have the power to harness and master your energy through that process, so that you don't have to panic and freak out and make it an incredible unnecessary mess of it all, if you like. On top of that, I'm going to be showing you how to move forward and really truly creating your life energetically in accordance with your authentic soul calling. Why? Well, now more than ever, it's really important that you're going to do that. There is a massive abundance coming for everybody. We're going to be living in a whole new transition, a whole new world. Are you excited about that? That prospect, that possibility? Even if you're not really like, what are you talking about, Katie? Just imagine for a moment that you now have all of the resources you need, the money, the time, the energy, everything you need. What are you now going to do with your time that is authentically in alignment with your soul? What are you going to do for work that is of service to humanity? Are you connected to that yet? If you're not, like most people are not, because they've been so enslaved in a community, right? In a programmed enslavement community, like that is something to shake out and to get very clear on what you're creating moving forward that is authentically in alignment with you. Imagine now being able to access that information in your own soul's information field for you to be able to say, right, this is the vision of my future. And instead of it being your future out there, stepping into it now. Within 6 weeks, a very short 6 weeks, that you can already be manifesting and stepping into that right now. So, like I said, it's coming for everyone, but it's not going to happen weekly or monthly. And there's going to be a period of time for people to learn these skills and to feel really comfortable in their human skin, if you like, in their human body format, their spacesuit for planet Earth, for the soul, your soul, to be able to express its true, authentic, energetic signature, its soul signature. But you can accelerate through that process by joining us in the Awakened Soul program, where we really get you to connect with your intuition, which is God's whisper, your soul's whisper, so that you can listen and act on it, help you to re-identify with your soul's calling instead of all the programming muck and gunk that had you in a trick box, and then help you to recreate your future moving forward. Is that exciting? Tanya says, been waiting for many years to build our dream home and traveling while helping others build online businesses. Yay! And help humanity how I've dreamed of since being a teen. Tanya, the world needs you, beautiful. The world needs all of you. Sue says, bring on the golden age. I'm so ready. Yes! Awesome, awesome. The rest of the comments have already scrolled by. Right now, what I might do is I might bring Bernie in. If Bernie's still on the call, are you there, my love? My lovely lady. There you are. Okay, let me send you, Bernie. let's bring you in and just have a quick little chat. And it says, anyone have any questions about the Awakened Soul program? What I want to share with you is that the program kicks off. Let me open up a page for you here. The program kicks off on Monday, the 20th of April, which is Sunday, the 19th of April, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. However, when you join today, you'll also be capturing some of the early, you'll be getting access to the members suite, you'll be getting access to the Facebook group, and there's weekly Zoom calls which are held on a Monday morning at 4:30 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. It's early for me, so that I can be of service to everybody worldwide. We've got people from France, and the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and so it just makes it a much easier time. Those of you in Canada, UK, and USA, it's in the evening on Sunday for the 6 weekly calls. During those calls, it is a fun game. It's a fun time. We get to be connecting more and more in those Zoom rooms where you get to ask questions. I go through content, and I also I facilitate group healing sometimes too through that process. We have Bernie. Let's bring Bernie on. Hi, Bernie.
Hi.
How are you though? Group healing sometimes too through that process. Got you. I got you. That was me on mute on my end. I had my speaker on mute. Hi.
Right. I've got two things going. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, we've got a bit of an echo going on.
Hang on.
That was me on mute on my end. I had my speaker on mute.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I've got two things going. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we've got a bit of an echo. Have you got it on? There we go. Yeah. Woo.
Wow.
Oh no, it's still going.
How do I do that?
Have you got two windows open? There we go. Yeah. Or just, you might have to exit off the Facebook Live.
Try that. How's that?
Beautiful. Much better. Yeah. That's awesome. So look, I just want to bring on a little bit. What was the value of today's call like for you? You've been through so many of my programs. You've gone through all of my training with I do the Awakened Soul program, which is all about that emotional empowerment. I do the Soul Goal Academy, which is that leadership, that stepping into that self-leadership component. And then I've got Confidence Clients Cash Kickstart. I show you how to turn your skill set into ideas and into income for money online. You've done all that. And you're also part of my Love Light Leadership Academy, the mastermind group. So, and you've been to the retreats. A retreat with me. Yay. So you've got a lot of context here. With all of that, what was the value of the call for you today as well?
The pink elephant and the blue tutu. Well, it's just a reminder again of where we let our attention go to and how easily that happens, and you can just get sucked up by whatever's in front of your face, really, if you're not paying attention. Yeah, that was huge today, actually, because I thought, we've done these exercises with you before, and it's the same every time. It's like, oh, damn, that's right, that's what happens. But it just goes to show how we can easily get, distracted by stuff.
Very much. Awesome. Fantastic. And so that's a really great demonstration that this, and I always say, anyone watching this live or the replay, and you want to join us, or you have joined us for the Awakened Soul program that we kick off in 2 days' time, it is not a 6-week training.
No.
If you think that it's 6 weeks, that you're just going to look at something, go through it once and park it, please don't sign up. Right? Because what it requires is a commitment to you raising your frequency. I'm going to teach you skill sets, and then your role is to discipline yourself to activate these spiritual fitness skills on a consistent basis. It's no different, is it, Bernie, than like if you went to the gym and you got yourself super fit, or however you choose to do that in whatever program that, like the way that you're using for the consistency. And if you stop with that consistency, you're going to stop getting those results, right?
Right. Yep.
And so this is not a magic pill. It is a big red pill in waking you up. But it requires you to participate, be fully 100% committed to your journey, and to really raise your frequency. Those that do this, there is so much joy in it. and it's a challenging experience, but there is so much joy with it. Is that true?
That's very true. And I think you might come into it thinking you're coming into it for some reason. You'll find out quick smart that it can be something completely different, and it's a way bigger picture than what you can ever imagine. It's really fantastic. I do say so myself.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's just your awareness. If you haven't got any at the beginning, you sure as hell get it in a hurry. But it's a really good, safe, secure, comforting, nurturing place to be a part of, to actually, we're all here to hold each other's hands to help us all get through whatever we all need to get through. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And with that, I mean, I'll give everyone just a little bit of insight here. Like we have three minds. We have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious. The superconscious is with all the collective. The subconscious is connected into the collective, but it still has some limitations. And it's what controls your body. While you're listening to this live or the replay, you're not thinking consciously about heart you need to pump, lungs you need to breathe, cells you need to divide, liver you need to detox, kidneys you need to filter the urine and bring it back, you need to filter out all the ions, that there's trillions of activities happening in your body right now that your subconscious mind is completely in control of. And then our conscious mind is where we create from the conscious mind. However, we have to be aligned with the subconscious and the superconscious for that to manifest. We can say what we want or we like consciously, but if we're not in alignment with the subconscious and the superconscious, then we are impeding the fruition, the manifestation of that energy from the etheric field, the spiritual field, into this reality. Is that making sense? Yeah. Yeah. And that's this is what I really go deep in with the 6-week program. And to be really fair, I mean, it's intense with the program. It's a foundational program, but it's just the beginning. Isn't that true? Very
true. It's not like a one-off thing at all.
But you need this program, the Awakened Soul program, to have the clarity, have the skill set, the tools, the practice before you take the next course or really go and use that, so you can practice that with that mastery now to go into the next course. It'd be, if I didn't give this as an opportunity before coming into the next level programs with me, it's a bit like trying to give somebody the keys to a Ferrari who have never driven a Ferrari that can take off at super speeds. If someone doesn't have the skill set to do that, then they're going to crash fast. And one of the things that I'll share this story, Bernie, with the manifesting story, because people say they want things, right? But then usually they manifest the opposite of what they want. You've had those experiences too. I have too in the past. Yeah. Like, I want this, but then they manifest more of the fear, the nightmare, whatever it was. Let me share an example. When I was a paramedic, and when I first did my training for that, part of our training is we needed to learn to drive vehicles at high speed so that we could drive an ambulance at, through conditions of down the wrong side of the road, over islands, and, going through red lights, going, in all sorts of directions and at high speed. So during the training, we would, in just normal Commodore vehicles or 4-door V8 cylinder vehicles, which are pretty powerful beasts of a thing. And when we were training, the instructor would have us in a dual cab. So they had the pedals and controls, so with us. And we would be driving, and then the instruction was, when you lose control, make sure that you are not looking in the direction that you fear to hit the wall, for example, but you're looking to where you want to go. So around the corner, for example, and we had examples where we were driving and we would lose all control and power for a moment, which could, if you don't have the skill set and the information of what to do in those situations, you'd end up panicking, right? Because that's the hijack of the subconscious mind, and you get afraid of hitting the wall. Most people would just keep driving and crash into the wall. But because we were trained with that, when we lost control of the vehicle, We knew that we had to lock our attention where we were going around the corner, and the body would follow as well as the vehicle, right? And so we would miss hitting the wall, but we would move out and move going into the direction where we wanted to go. And that is what is a key experience that a lot of people need to be trained with, in being aware of where do you want to go. Have it so clear that your outcome of what you're creating is there. Have the storyline there. Have your attention there on your outcome. Otherwise, if you look at what you don't want, you hit the wall. Powerful, right?
So
and
this
those,
is,
sorry?
This is the foundation that needs to be set before moving on to the next level.
Yeah, because otherwise, you know, it's not a lot of fun. Keep smacking the wall. And a lot of people keep smacking the wall. They're like, I want this, and then they keep having the same style relationships. They want to have better health, but then they keep sabotaging that with poor health choices, the toxic habits. They keep hitting the wall. They want to have more money or more success in their business, but then they keep focusing on what they're not experiencing, or the fear of it not happening, so they keep hitting that wall every time. And so what the Awakened Soul program is about is spiritually training you energetically to focus on what you're creating, look at what comes up, but without fear, neutralizing that. So you don't get hooked into it, into the program. Instead, you can see it and you can neutralize it so that you put your energy in where you're going. Is that powerful, everyone?
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. What would you say to someone who, because we've got a lot of people on the call who are already in the program. Yes, we've got so many of the people who are watching this and the replay who have already chosen. You've made a great decision to join us in the Awakened Soul program. You don't even know how great of a decision yet. It's going to be so much fun. For some people who might be sitting on the fence, or might be even thinking, oh my God, I don't even know where to get $369 US or the $111 for the payment plan. What would you say to them, Bernie, having been through this? And you've also had experiences in the past where you were unsure about money.
Yeah. Follow your instincts though, and just make that decision, and it will work somehow. Money will come to you somehow. I don't know how it works sometimes, but once you've made that decision, a clear decision, don't think about it. Don't think about it over a cup of tea or anything. If it's straight away into your head, go for that thought. And that's what I've done. And I've pooed my pants afterwards thinking, oh my God, what have I done? But it's been the best decisions that I've ever made. So go for gold.
Go for gold. Awesome. And there's lots of times that you've done that in, like, even with the Bali retreat. I know that actually the person that referred you to me was Diane Nelson and Ellen Parks. In fact, Ellen is actually joining us again for the Awakened Soul program. Yay, Ellen! Both of them joined me for the previous Soul Awakening retreat in Bali, which inspired you. And both of them at the time, they didn't have the money, but they knew they had to come. They knew that they wanted to do it. They jumped in. Not only did they make that money and more, but within a few months after the soul retreat, I think Ellen took her nephew or grandson back to Bali because the money came. Yeah. You know, that sort of experience. What about yourself? When we've gone through programs and I've shown you how to get in alignment, and then you've manifested the money?
Yeah, money and clients, and it's all comes down to your own energy and what you're portraying is what's going to come back. So if you're portraying fear, well, you're going to get a slap right in the ear, so to speak. But if you can keep your attention, like you say, intention on your intention, the words get mixed up. You know, that's your road to where you want to go, really.
Exactly. We've got some questions here from Christy and Sue repeating it. Can kids listen with you? Referring to the program? Absolutely. Yes, they can. I will preface it that occasionally, for emphasis, I might drop an F-bomb.
Well, possibly.
So please either apologize in advance, accept my apology in advance, or be, if there's... Yes, they can. And I certainly encourage you to use these skills and teach them with your kids, because not only will everything I do is for the kids, and it's through the adults that I'm utilizing this to leverage for everyone to teach the kids. My real mission is for the kids, for the next generation, right? Because They already know what they're doing, but we've got to stop screwing them up. No more programming them into the matrix, right? Chrissy says I drop the F-bombs all the time. Okay, cool. Well, they're good. They might be in for a new education on how it's applied.
It's always said in the right context, though, Katie.
It is. Yeah. Awesome. There is so much fun and value coming into this. You won't be the first into the group. There's been so many before you who have already manifested and created so many amazing experiences. I've had people who have come out of this program, they've manifested their dream cars. I want to preface this. This isn't about the material stuff, but the material stuff is a reflection of you being in alignment. Okay, I'm not anti the material stuff, but I'm also not pro material without the spiritual alignment. It has to be in alignment with the spiritual alignment. What I'm sharing with you is just some of the manifestations, the physical validations, if you like, that, you know, people have manifested six-figure inheritances that they had no idea that were coming. They've won lotto. They've won clients. They've wooed clients because they got into the energy. People don't buy your product or service. They buy the energy of you. Please let that sink in. So you could have the greatest product in the world and the greatest program or the greatest product, but if you are not in alignment with the energy of attraction and energy of people, you know, the Midas touch, that people want more of that, right? They will buy from you because of your energy. Think about those of you that have already purchased from me. Realistically, did you buy because of the program, or did you buy because you trusted, you felt resonance with my energy?
It's the energy.
It's the energy. Yeah. And then learning how to get into that resonance for yourself and be consistent in that resonance so that you're raising your frequency. You're in your power. You're in your power when you're able to do that. Tanya says, sorry, I dropped the F-bomb now and then I generalized my first statement and deleted it. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Yes, your energy. Awesome. Awesome. Cynthia says the energy, the 100%. So if this was amazing value, please just let me know down below. Just drop, like, you know, a 10 out of 10 for value, or if you think it was less, put less. But, you know, please add why it was valuable for you. And if it was less than 10, what was missing? You know, just so you think about that for yourself, because I know that whenever I ask any of these questions, there's usually only ever two reasons why it's less than a 10. One, someone doesn't believe that it's possible for them yet, or they want to see more proof and validation that it sticks. Here's the most common one though. If I say it's 10, then it's perfect and it can't go further or any better than that. That's a scarcity root-based thinking. And that's still part of the program in the matrix, isn't it, Bernie?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you're going to learn really quickly how to be really connected with your energy, be harnessing it. I thank you, Bernie, for joining us and with this, and really appreciate it. I'm so excited you're part of the program with us again in the Awakened Soul program, as Cynthia and with many people on the call, but we have some of our people of our community who have been through this and more, so that you're going to be fully supported. This time around, I have a circle of amazing earth angels with their wings held wide to support you, to hold you in a space so that we can elevate you very quickly and collectively facilitate the clearing of all those energy blocks that have been holding you back from truly manifesting that which you desire and that which is your soul's calling. I am rippling with goosebumps right now. I'm so excited. I am blessing you all with love, light, and manifesting miracles. And join us. I invite you. Join us inside the Awakened Soul program now. The link is above. We get an opportunity to be able to connect with us immediately today. There'll be some information already dripped out, and you'll be able to you'll be accessing the new Facebook group as of Sunday night, Monday, so that we get to kick off. And it's a deep dive, a very accelerated experience in there, and a lot of fun. It's going to be super fun. Much love, light, manifesting lots of magic. Again, thank you, Bernie. Appreciate you.
Welcome.
And everybody give Bernie some love. Yes, yes. And we'll see you all in the Awakened Soul program. And I will still be in this free group as well. I always love to be able to facilitate information and content and serve you at the highest level possible. But if you'd like to have a very progressive, accelerated deep dive, join us in the Awakened Soul program now. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Just jump and do it. I promise you, you'll have the most incredible experience and much better than you can even expect. Mwah.